Hey everyone, and welcome. I am so glad you're here for this explainer from Vibrations and Manifestations. Today, we're going to dive deep into the invisible force that is literally shaping your reality, your energetic set point. Let's get right into it. You know that feeling where no matter how hard you push, no matter how much you hustle, you just seem to end up right back where you started. It's kind of like you're on a hamster wheel, right? You're running faster and faster, but the view never ever changes. Well, if that sounds even a little bit familiar, you are in exactly the right place. So, what is this invisible ceiling we keep bumping up against? It's your energetic set point. The best way to think about it is like a thermostat that's running inside of you. It's got this pre-programmed temperature for how much joy, love, and success feels normal to you. And here's the catch. You didn't consciously choose this setting. It got programmed into you by old stories, old beliefs you picked up along the way. Now, it is so easy to chalk these patterns up to just bad luck or to think, oh, the universe must be against me. But it's not. I promise you, it's not. It's simply your internal programming running on autopilot. And, to really bring this home, I want to share a quick personal story about how my own set point showed up in a pretty big way. It was this huge win for me. And at first, I felt on top of the world. But my internal thermostat, which was just used to a certain level of income, basically freaked out. It was like, whoa, this is way hotter than we're used to. And before I even knew what was happening, I started making choices that brought my bank account right back down to its familiar, safe temperature. Talk about a perfect and, a slightly painful lesson. And this is exactly why just working harder doesn't always cut it. Pushing with more effort is like running over and manually cranking up the heat in a room. Sure, it might get warm for a little while, but if that thermostat is still set low, the system will always correct itself. It will always cool the room back down. You've got to change the setting itself. All right, so let's dig in. Why does this even happen? Why do we have these powerful internal settings in the first place? Well, it's this fascinating place where hard science and deep spiritual principles actually meet up and say the exact same thing about why you might feel stuck. Okay, so from a science standpoint, your brain is built for one thing above all else, survival. And for your brain, survival equals stability. It equals what's familiar. This principle is called homeostasis. Then you've got the basal ganglia. Think of it as the hard drive for your habits, both your actions and your emotions. And while neuroplasticity proves your brain can change, it only happens with consistent repetition. And then there's the big one, your self-image. It's your psychological blueprint. You will always find a way to act in a way that is consistent with who you believe yourself to be. And what's so wild is how perfectly this science mirrors a core spiritual truth. This isn't just psychology we're talking about. This is the very foundation of the law of attraction. You don't attract what you're wishing for with your words. You attract a direct reflection of who you are being on an energetic, vibrational level. Your vibration, that's just a fancy word for your dominant emotional state. It's your energetic signature. So when you desperately want something, but deep down you believe you're not worthy of it, well, that creates this massive vibrational conflict. That internal resistance, that's the wall that blocks everything you want from flowing to you. Your being has to align with your desire. Okay, so at this point, you're probably asking yourself, is this what's happening to me? How can I really tell if my own internal thermostat is set too low? Well, the good news is there are some very clear, repeating signs that you can look for in your own life. Does success ever feel temporary? Like sand just slipping right through your fingers? Or how about this one? Do you notice the same challenges showing up over and over again, just with different faces or at different jobs? Maybe when something really great happens, there's a part of you that feels kind of uneasy, like you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that tendency to subtly self-sabotage right after you make progress? Oh yeah, that is a huge flashing neon sign that your set point is misaligned with what you truly want. Okay, deep breath. If any of that felt a little too familiar, please do not worry. This is actually fantastic news because just being aware of it is the first most important step. And the best part, you have complete and total control over this internal setting. So let's get into the practical, hands-on tools for how you can begin to change it, starting right now. So let's bust a huge myth right now. The myth is, if I just work harder, if I just hustle more, I'll eventually raise my set point. But the reality? The truth is, your set point only rises when you shift your identity first. You have to embody the feelings and the beliefs of the person who already has what you desire. The external results will then rearrange themselves to match that new you. So here is a simple but super powerful exercise to start that process. Step 1, identify. Just pick one area of your life. Write down your current set point. Be brutally honest. I always have just enough to scrape by. Step 2, declare. Write your new set point. And this is crucial, write it in the present tense, as if it's already your reality. Finally, step 3, anchor it. Set a daily reminder on your phone. When it goes off, just stop, say your new set point out loud, take a deep breath, and really feel it. You are literally starting to rewire your brain with this simple habit. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but why is feeling it so important? Don't I need to be out there doing stuff? And yes, of course, action is important, but aligned action comes from an aligned state of being. And the absolute fastest way to get into that aligned state is by practicing the feeling of it first. This, my friends, is where visualization becomes your superpower. Look, visualization isn't just some fluffy daydreaming. It is a dress rehearsal for your future. When you visualize, you are teaching your nervous system what this new reality actually feels like in your body. You're making it familiar, you're making it safe, and this process melts away that subconscious resistance that leads to self-sabotage. You are literally embodying the version of you who already lives at this higher set point. Okay, so let's tie all of these pieces together. We've talked about what the set point is, why it exists, and some really practical ways to start changing it. But the true path, the real secret to lasting change, it all comes down to one core principle. I absolutely love this quote because it just cuts right to the chase. You can say affirmations until you're blue in the face, but the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibration, to what you mean deep down in the core of your being. That feeling, that belief, that is your true point of attraction. And that's exactly why we need to stop thinking of this as trying to fix something that's broken. You are not broken. True change comes from calibration. It's about tuning your personal frequency, like turning a radio dial, to the reality you want to experience. You are aligning with it. You are not chasing it. So, what's the real secret sauce here? It's this. Real, lasting change is an inside-out job. It's built from all those small, daily choices that align with your new identity. It's about prioritizing how you feel over just forcing action. It's about aligning with your desire, not complaining about the lack of it. It's always about becoming the person first before you receive the proof. I really want you to let this sink in. Your next level of life or love or success, it isn't some destination out there that you have to struggle and fight to reach. It is a frequency that already exists right now, just waiting for you to tune yourself to it. It's a calibration. And remember, it doesn't have to be some giant leap. It's about turning the dial just one single notch at a time. All right, to really put this into practice, I want to give you a super simple challenge. For the next 7 days, just pick one of the tools we talked about, either the thermostat reset exercise or a quick 5-minute visualization. Commit to it every day. And just notice. Don't look for huge things to change on the outside right away. Just pay attention to the shift inside you, because that's where everything begins. So if this is speaking to you and you want to go even deeper, I really encourage you to check out the full episode and sign up for our newsletter for even more tools and insights. And hey, if this inspired you, please do me a favor and share it with someone you know who's ready to stop hitting that invisible ceiling. Thank you so much for joining me today. The last thing I want to leave you with is this. Your external reality starts to shift the very moment you truly decide on your new internal reality. Your next level isn't somewhere out there. It's right here, inside you, just one dial turn away.